because of that increased difficulty, I feel that that's a realistic factor in why they kind of messed up in the final stages, the final few fights that costed them the game.
Yeah, I agree. Right now we're jumping into draft. Influence Rage is first pick, YBG in second pick. Read the comments. Someone is saying, "Oh, I love this live chat compared to the previous game." You know what? I agree. This live chat right now, they're having a conversation. Not sure where the conversation is going, but it is a conversation.
It's going places. Not college, but places. Well, let's see what is gonna happen this time, because Influence Rage, being first pick, already switching up from their second pick in game number 1, right? So they're still very heavily denying this Freya and this Joy.
Sir,
Along
what's
with
your
the
command?
Harith was the choice in the previous game, but now that they are first pick, they can ban the Fanny and maybe go and try and take that Harith for themselves.
Yep, YBG, a lot of options for them to ban out here. I feel like letting Harith go would be very, very tough. Influence Rage, they can have the choice, because if YBG bans out Harith, then they can have a priority jungler here, maybe something like the Hayabusa or the Hanzo. Speaking of which, they haven't used Hanzo yet, huh? At least for this match. I know Kyrie used Hanzo earlier, but for them
is
to...
my life.
Your team is
Yeah.
picking.
We haven't seen Hanzo just yet, and in fact, we've seen a lot of teams just not opt for the Hanzo. So
I mean,
I
Kyrie
guess it's one of those.
It's weird.
Yeah, I do agree. I think it's a bit like Kyla in the sense that it's really strong, but only with the right circumstances or with the right tools. So maybe it just works better to pick later on, right? Because when Kyrie picked it up earlier, it also wasn't like first pick by all means. It was picked as the third pick, so the final pick of the first phase. So we'll have to wait here. I don't think it's gonna be first picked by all means. So without the Lo Yi and the two meta junglers, the Suyo and the Joy, is it gonna be a Granger or is it gonna be something else?
Your team is
Granger it
You
is.
called it the Granger. And folks, you guys heard it here first. Arashi 2025. If you want to use Hanzo, you need the right tools in your team. So get yourself a tool and pick up Hanzo. YBG, after seeing the Granger, picking up I would say Moscow is a okay against the Granger. I'm not so sure how comfortable YBG
Irithel?
is. Oh yeah, why have we not seen any Irithel? Oh my god, I even forgot about that hero. We're talking about the Hanzo. Looks like YBG, they have the right tools.
I mean, just as I was claiming that I had, I called it immediately. First pick Hanzo. Irithel, we saw it banned out earlier when Team Falcon's Mena will pick the Granger and they ban out the Irithel. So here they can save it for the final pick, YBG, if they want to. For Influence Rage, now it's annoying. Now it's difficult, man. Dealing with a Hanzo, there's just no easy answer. I hate going up against this hero, dude.
Fight for the ultimate.
You know what makes it worse is that now you have to choose, especially as a Granger. Do you want the Flicker or do you want the Purify? If you take the Purify, you'll be safe against Kalia, but you're gonna be in danger against the Hanzo. If you take the Flicker, you'll be fine against the Hanzo, but not so much against the Kalia. Overall, I feel like Flicker is better, but that's definitely something that you have to consider.
Watch him go sprint so he can outrun the Hanzo. That'll be an interesting approach. Something I would kind of think up. I would kind of cook up in my own ranked games and get flamed for. But Moscow final pick makes sense. Cho though banned out. And just fun fact, back then when the Hanzo initially kind of gained notoriety in MPL ID, I believe Dewa United, they used this Cho in the hands of Drian, and he built a full damage Cho. And the Cho's job is to split push and look for the Hanzo in the midst of a fight and beat him up. So, that was an approach that was used before.
I mean, you know what they say? If you're fighting against a ghost, watch away. Use martial arts.
Watch away.
I don't know. What does he do? It's not Muay Thai. It's not Taekwondo. But he does have a Taekwondo skin. Jeet. Oh, right. It's in his face. Yeah. Although to be fair, I've never seen Jeet Kune Do being used like Cho. All right, so I cannot confirm that really is Jeet Kune Do. I've never seen Bruce Lee kick someone 20 feet away and then follow up with a kick.
But yeah, well,
Maybe he
I
did.
mean,
I just didn't see it.
Gaze into the abyss.
I mean, if you look for the right movie, you might see it. You know, not The Way of the Dragon, where you know that's where the reference is, right? But yes, all right. So no Cho, no Selena as well. So YBG, they don't really want to allow Influence Rage to have all that pick-off potential. They want to try and turn this into the same kind of fight, the front-to-back skirmishes.
Honestly, Selena is a very good band. After what Chan did in the previous game, it does open up their picks here.
Your team
I was about to say
is
Sicilian, but Sicilian got banned. But other than that, because of Selena getting knocked out here, a lot of options is good. I just want damage, but you know what? We will not get what we asked for. So pick up Nana. I don't care. It's alright.
You can pick up the Gord, you know? Since we're talking about picks that won't show up. I really wish the Gord can come through because, like, I feel like that hero has potential. Good wave clear, good pick-off potential, right? True damage as well. We've seen the value of true damage just earlier when we saw the carry, by the way. So I feel like there's a place for that. Not just yet in the meta, but Phobius left open for quite a bit here, picked up by YBG as well. So doubling down on the front to back, man, it's looking really good. Solid frontliner, Phobius that can engage, right, with a surprise flicker play, and also the Kyla to kind of counter engage or follow up on the initial engagement. So it's looking really balanced.
Just following up your point on Gord, I actually do agree. I feel like Gord is good. The only thing is just the assassins. Other than the assassins, once we go back to fighter jungle, I feel like Gord should be good. Like if you see a Lucas jungle, honestly even an alpha jungle is dangerous for Gord because that's the only thing. People can catch up to it. That's the only thing. Other than that, is good. Now Vexana as well as Badang gets picked up. Honestly, a pretty good lineup coming in from Influence Rage, but as we saw from the previous game, it's not about the draft.
Not only about the draft. I feel like the draft does
What about
still
Jushin?
matter. Oh
She
yeah,
doesn't
wait a
have
minute.
damage, but it's good control.
Born by thy wish.
Yeah.
And last pick,
Thy
Chushin.
lantern's light.
Is it technically a surprise? That's an interesting conclusion here to this drafting phase. I do like the Badang pick with the Vexana, right? Good amounts of lockdown. Because if YBG are just really good at that style, at the team fight, okay, well this time Influence Rage has a very good team fighting composition. I'm just really concerned about how the Hilda is gonna play. Is she gonna try and run through and get to the Hanzo? Is she gonna stick around with the team? Because how this Hilda plays is gonna be very telling on how the composition is gonna operate. And we've seen monsters find success playing that aggressive style, you know, the dive towards that backline style. But you know, against a different team. So we'll see how it performs now against YBG.
I feel like there is actually a chance for Monsters to just go for the Hanzo, because if I'm not mistaken, I feel like he's from MDLID.
Yeah, he
Right?
was. I think so. Now I can't tell you exactly.
Which team?
You know, I believe it was Alter Ego. I just don't remember exactly when he was active, right? So, you know, my memory is kind of hazy on that. But yes, indeed, he is. So he has that aggressive style, and he likes to use the Hilda as a zoning tool, either the gold lane or the jungle. So we'll see if he can find ways to do that this time.
Yep, and now we're in the second game of this match. Influence Rage. If we're looking at YBG, it looks like they're trying to give some farm over to Lucas. My only concern with YBG in the early game is that honestly not enough damage. So I'm even not sure if they can even contest Turtle, because I feel like if they do, then Paquito can catch them with the fist break, and then they'll just start feeding. So I kind of feel like they don't have a choice other than just to farm up as safely as they can.
I see what they have to do, honestly. Which is like, looking at the early game, both teams are just kind of trading, right? Both teams invading each other's jungle and then going back to the mid lane. So if it's a slow game, I do agree that YBG will have a bit more favor here. Influence Rage, they have to try and make the game a bit more messy. They have the tools to get the fight started. They have the burst damage and the strong lane with the Granger. And of course they have, hang on a minute.
Yeah, they're trying to get monsters. But again, the Hilda is one of the tankier EXP laners in the game, especially whenever there is a bush nearby. YBG, they're hovering around Influence Rage. It does look like Influence Rage, they're also just moving as a squad, just trying to maintain close proximities to each other and not trying to get a catch anywhere. Now looks like they're able to get monsters getting pulled back. Monster taking a lot of damage. Ares gets first blood, and now Paquito, he's gonna get caught as well. Only now using the fist break. That's an unfortunate chain of events, and now Lucas gets the turtle. Nani? And now they're continuing. Oh my god! What is going on? Oh.
Wait, some more? Oh boy, it looks like Unicorn was about to throw some hands there. Monster's trying to find something, but he was unable to. This is what I'm talking about. The Hilda needs to play in such a precise manner in a situation like this. He cut the wave earlier, got level 4, but when he gets to YBG, he was alone. He spent quite a bit taking damage, and Paquito wasn't level 4, so he tried to help monsters, and they both basically were out of the fight before the turtle was even in the picture, and Influence Rage just forced it. And now look at the bottom side. Ares, can he find Fury?
I feel like he can. Fury has to use Depurify. Honestly, the only thing that I'm justifying right now is that there was some kind of miscomm just now. Paquito tries to run away, and looks like Paquito gets caught, and Paquito dies there. Huh.
Yes,
I'm crazy. I think he's not comfortable with this hero.
He's either uncomfortable or the team overall might be tilting, man. Chan! Ooh.
Yeah, Chan is pretty low, but still able to survive. Unicorn having to get out of there. YBG in a very good spot in this game, and Fury is honestly, this should be a 1v1 kill there, but YBG, they have to interrupt and try to get as much assists as they can.
Hey, everything is fair in love and war, dude. If it gets you the win, then everything is fair. Nothing is out of bounds right here. But man, YBG, they're just doing a much better job here in the early game. Oh, Paquito! Oh, what? Okay.
I don't know why he did that, but hey, you know what? Some pressure just to show him, you know, hey, yo, I got goods. I can punch you out. What's your spear to a fist god? Actually, no, I don't think Badan's fist is a fist god. But you know, it's like, you know, just to show him that you're able to do something.
Yeah, that's a new custom like LaFell voice line coming soon to Mobile Legends.
Really?
But yeah. Honestly, it looks like Influence Rage are just really uncoordinated. Unlike in game number 1, you have to quell the question if they were tilted, because that was a difficult loss to take. But look at this.
Yeah, it looks like they're forcing it out. Jotun gets the turtle, and now even the EXP laner of Influence Rage is able to get the kill. Unsure what happened there, but Fish God is able to get the mid laner. A little bit messy just there, unable to see what's really going on the screen. Monster is trying to get away, and looks like he's able to do so.
Well, finally, Jotun, with a great performance in game number 1, he's able to get that red tree contest and get it for his team. So small win for Influence Rage, but look at this immediately, Monsters.
Yeah, tries to get Lucas, but again, this is just his shadow, so it should be fine, should be dandy. And now Ares is able to get Monsters, and just like that, he gets taken down.
So that might be the idea, to use the Hilda to really get in the way of Lucas on this Hanzo. But as a result, Velexi is farming up a Storm on the top side, taking the turret down as well. And Fish God, gonna go find something here.
Yeah, and now it looks like China's gonna get pulled by the Jushin. Ogi Shadow Kill, just enough damage to take down Unicorn, but Fish God ensures that Chan goes down as well.
By all means, LaFell, YBG still suffers from the same problem you were talking about earlier. There's a severe lack of damage. So even there, when Unicorn just goes for the kill, there's just not enough damage fast enough. Fish God!
Yeah, looks like he gets caught, but so far he's surviving! Good engage coming in from Ares, and just like that, YBG turned it around. I'm pretty sure the healing coming in from Ares helped out Fish God just a little bit.
Definitely, man. Paquito alone against 3 members. The Phobius alone against 3 members.
It's confusing.
Already, I know, right? Already it regens so much because you land the Demonic Pursuit on multiple members. But man, with the addition of the healing from the Kalia, it's just so good. And he's 4-1 right now, Ares. So he won't be building damage, but he might be building tankiness. And if he can get ahead item-wise, then the weakness of the Kalia, which is the squishiness of the squishy nature of that hero, can be negated. And then YBG can really have a solid front line with both the Phobius and the Kalia.
Yeah, I mean, give it up to Munton, right? I have not seen a tanky mermaid. So I feel like they designed this hero very, very well. I mean, to be fair, I've never seen a mermaid do Muay Thai, but that's where creativity comes in.
Yeah, someone was thinking like, it would be cool if you can see the mermaid like kick someone, slam somebody down. So, great concept behind the hero for sure. But man, now YBG looking for the purple.
Oh, they're able to get Jotun, and Jotun is able to use his Ogi Shadow Kill, but can he use the Shadow? Yes, he can. He's able to escape. So far, Bilexi throwing out free damage. Paquito and Monsters cannot get anywhere close. And now it looks like both teams is unsure how to move on, and Ares got caught. And Fury gets the kill. And is this how Influence Rage start controlling the game again?
Ooh, Lucas trying to find something, but the crowd control, way too annoying, man. The Terrified from Chan is gonna be so critical in locking down Fish God and Lucas in these fights. But there you go, Lofel. That's the exact issue we just highlighted. No damage. They were beating on Paquito and Monsters for so long in that fight, and they weren't falling, right? Jotun even was kind of caught, and they could not secure the kill.
I'm not so sure how much items Bilexi have right now. He has the Demon Hunter Sword. It should be enough, but if Unicorn gets taken out, that's not good for them. Lucas tries to take down Chan, but so far unable to do so. Fish God is jumping around, finally gets shut down by Fury, and now Chan gets the kill. Bilexi is 1v4 at this point. He doesn't know who to hit first, and eventually he gets taken down. Lucas, can he take down Fury?
Ooh, should have.
No, he can't.
Not getting it. YBG just faltering here in the mid game. I mean, Unicorn, I think, overestimated how far ahead they were. He walked up in the front right there, and Paquito cracked him in the face. Oh, Jotun, though? Wait. Man, both teams are just making very risky moves right here. Lucas going all in for it.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's just a shadow. He will not get taken down. Paquito ensures that Jotun stays alive. And Lucas must be like, come on, man.
Oh boy, looking kind of scary right now, but we also have to point the question, by the way, that Bilexi, I think there were some moments there where he was basic attacking not Fury. He was going in for Fury and going for broke with the Spear of Destruction, but he didn't get there. He didn't actually land all the right attacks on the right targets. And now, he's not going to be split pushing either.
Yeah, and now Lucas is very, very low, has to get some kind of farm somewhere. He has to recall because the Lord has spawned. And YBG, Unicorn, Ares, Fish God, they got to figure out a way how to stall it out. Maybe not forcing a fight, but that's what they did. And now Influence Rage, they fight back. Ogi Shadow Kill to the back line. YBG is able to kite out of it. And now Influence Rage, they have control over the Lord.
One of the HP bars are kind of low, and they have sent Bilexi finally to make use of that SOD potential. But ooh, look at this.
Yeah, try to stall it out. Try to stall it out because the Moskov is split pushing. Jotun gets the Lord, but now Fishbreak catches multiple members of YBG. Fury tries to get away. Lucas, unable to get anyone. That Hayabusa has flanked far enough. Ares, can he actually get Jotun? He can, but where's the backup? No one is close by. Looks like Ares just wants to waste Jotun's time, but now Bilexi coming up. Ogi Shadow Kill, use, and finally able to take Jotun down.
And just like that, 2 members down for Influence Rage. They won't be able to use this Lord efficiently if that's the case. That's a Malefic Gun already completed by Bilexi as well, off the chain of those events. So we assume he has reached the Marksman Trinity as well right here. So it's a lot of damage, but he needs to be careful, man. He does get the purple buff, But now YBG, they gotta clear that Lord, and Influence Rage, they're trying their best to kind of pressure YBG so they can get something off the Lord.
Oh my god, that's a 3-man fist break. Ares gets taken down first, and now Unicorn, he has to be careful. Looks like Alexi goes in, he wants monsters, and the damage is still not enough to take down the Hilda. Amazing play by Paquito.
Oof, man, that engage was great, dude. I think it was kind of unexpected as well, because there was the turret right there. That's why you have to expect the unexpected here when you're up against a team that has the aggression of Influence Rage. On the bottom side, though, Fish God is able to actually hold off the Lord, so it doesn't really hit the base turret. In that sense, the base passive is actually still available, and YBG still at a 2k gold lead after that, as Influence Rage brute force the mid turret take. But now it's back to the waiting game, where YBG in theory can use the Moskov, but the speed of the rotations from Influence Rage is kind of getting in the way of that. YBG always has to be concerned about a potential dive in or an aggressive move.
Oh, but looks like Kalia finds one member, he finds Monsters. Monsters taking a bit of damage from Alexi. Jotun unable to hit the shadow onto Unicorn. So Ares tried to go for an engage there, but not enough damage. And this is very, very concerning because it's 12 minutes. At this point, Unicorn as well as Alexi should have items. So the fact that they're not able to take down monsters, it does mean they need penetration. So until we get the penetration items on Unicorn and Alexi, they're just not going to have enough damage.
So Unicorn went for the Sky Piercer, by the way, which is a bit ambitious by all means. But Alexi already has the Malefic Gun that helps him with penetration. And it's, again, alarming, I agree with you. Because Monsters that's surviving for so long, all he has in his inventory is a Blade Armor and a Thunderbelt that he has been stacking. But that alone is allowing him to buy so much time and force Balexi to try and deal with him and take some damage as well from the Blade Armor.
Yeah, at this point, you really need the Hanzo to dish out damage as well. In the early game, Hanzo was able to just use his Shadow to dive and damage Influence Rage. But now I feel like he has to wait for the Fist Break to come out. And Influence Rage, they're forcing this. Ares, he's able to get Jotun, and Lucas, he secures the Lord! And now, Balexi, he doesn't want to go in, he wants to end the game. Look at the base! Balexi is inside, the minion is there, Balexi's ending the game! It's a 2-0! YBG takes down Influence Rage!
It's about the bigger picture, dude. Lose the fights, lose the skirmishes, it doesn't matter. When you have big brain plays like that, when you go for the objectives that matter, you can get the job done. 2-0 against everyone.